Bonjour, hello, welcome to Max Mountain World. Bonjour, hello. Today I'm going for my first little wander up the mountain after winter. First post-winter promenade or promène or whatever it is in French. Okay, rather than doing too much today, it's just going to be a short wander up and about. I've already uplifted myself about 150 metres in altitude, 500 feet, and how I go equipped for a mountain wander. Basically my standard gear. So here's the video. Just before I go into my gear, this is one of the favourite picnic spots. It's the kind of first stop up the mountain with the chairlifts in summer, and lots of carvings and things about. Very beautiful spot to be munching, drinking, whatever people do here. And it's at 1950 metres, which is, as I said before, it's 150 metres above the top station, which is 1800. So just before I go into my equipment, just look at a couple of the carvings here. A lot of work's gone into that, and there's a lot more happen. In winter they do a load of these in ice. Okay, the equipment would include the old mountain hat, protect against the sun. The sun at altitude here is a lot less atmosphere to go through, so therefore it's a lot stronger. It's a lot easier to get sunburnt, especially with Scottish skin. Sunglasses likewise. I usually just leave in a t-shirt, and also, so we look, just normal trainers, good grip trainers, jeans, whatever, just whatever's comfortable. And trusty walking stick, quite an important piece of kit. Any mariner will tell you the importance of the third point of contact in your balance. It also gives a bit of exercise to the arms as well as just the legs. So over to the backpack. The backpack has my spare jacket in, just in case, you never know. Weather changes very, very quickly in the mountains. And also in there I'll have water. I'll have a bottle of kind of energy drink just in case I get tired and need that little blast back or whatever, or in case I'm stuck somewhere or something. Inside, basically I don't need to go into it, it's all the camera gear. So that's it. The other thing I carry always is a rubbish bag. Any rubbish I find en route when I'm walking about the mountains, I just pick it up and bin it in my bag there. A lot of people might say, well, what's the point? There's a lot, but every little counts. And also another up and coming video will happen in a few weeks' time when I join the volunteer squad of the Les Ors, which is something which happens in a lot of ski stations just before summer, and we all get together, a load of volunteers, and tidy up, clear up all the rubbish and make it nice for the summer. It's usually quite a party scene. We spend the morning collecting rubbish. You'll see underneath the lift here a lot of things. I've only walked 10 metres. I've already come across a piece of plastic and some rubbish paper. You pick up all sorts of things. Really, it's just a load of it about. And as you get higher up, as you get nearer the area where the snow melt line is, you find all sorts of strange things, even some mobile phones and things. People drop them off the chairlifts, and in the snow, not a chance of getting back to most of them. So that's the kit. Can't really forget the reason for the nature of the mountains, and in summer the flora is staggering, absolutely beautiful, and can't really miss out on stuff like that. Also, can't forget, it's not just humans that come up the mountains after winter. A lot of animals that come up. Let's see if I can get this guy. Oh yeah! Spiders, flies, mosquitoes. Ants. All sorts. The bigger animals come up as well. Maybe I can find some today, but I doubt it. I'll probably find more later on and on subsequent trips up. At the moment we're on the last couple of days before the start of June. The summer season starts the beginning of July next month, but there's still quite a lot of people, locals, who, like me, who come and take advantage of the fact that the place is deserted and not crawling with tourists and stuff. Bonjour! And yeah, come and see and witness it when it's kind of halfway through the melt. Okay, needless to say, everything is well closed. Mountain restaurant, very popular, very big restaurant, and nothing on the go there. Again, as I say, there's tourists who just taking advantage of the off-season tranquility. This is one of the chairlifts that they use for mountain bikers in the summer. It's already equipped with the mounts for the bikes. And basically the guys get on, the bikes get on behind. Instead of having to cycle up the mountain, they get a lift. There's one of the mountain bike tracks that starts. Oh, 3, 4, 5 of them. One black, 3 blues and a red. All the information. Ahead of me here is 2 snow pistols, machines that create snow in the winter, beginning of the winter. I've already done videos on them at the beginning of the winter, and you tend to find they produce a very icy snow, and as such the snow that they produce kind of lasts a bit longer than the natural, although as you can see it's melting quite rapidly. As you can see, lots of flowers coming out, probably encouraged by the fact that the local farmers have obviously been up here with their beasts and lodged a bit of fertilizer. So it's hard to put this in perspective when I'm used to skiing down here. It's kind of strange walking up. Here is one of the locations of one of my 2 falls all winter. I only fell twice. Here, did a wee snake through these trees, came out, hit some soft stuff and just tumbled over. Nothing serious, but again, hard to put it into perspective. So, especially the fact that it takes quite a bit of effort to walk up here. And whilst skiing down at this point here, at some points I'd be hitting 80-90 kilometres an hour. Many of these little rivers are man-made. They've been constructed at the same time as the pistes in order to direct the runoff water, river water, away from the piste. Keeps the piste original. Just spotted something, I'm not sure exactly what it is. This blue stuff over there. Don't know, doesn't look too pretty, so I'm going to go and check it out and take it away if it needs to be. Pretty good guide to finding rubbish is looking underneath lifts. As I say, there's Just noticed something up here. I'm going to have a wee squint and see what it is. Hold notices or something. Yeah, I'm going to take that away. Not very pretty at all. Oh, there's a lot of it about. Bits of plastic. When the farmers bring up their animals, needless to say, it's not a good thing to have shitloads of plastic lying around. Go to the bridge here. One thing that's in abundance up here is cigarette butts, especially under the top end of the lifts, the chair lifts. Now, I am a smoker. I smoke roll-ups. I don't use filters, and filters are the things that they last for hundreds of years. But one thing I forgot to say about my my mountain kit is I always walk with a pocket ashtray. So if I fancy having a cigarette, I keep the end of it. Also, something that obviously doesn't come out on camera is the plethora of gorgeous smells up here. Flora, obviously not that, but just fascinating. And even to look, another thing, just look at the texture of this. Very crystally icy snow. I mean, that's quite, not too bad, not too hard, but yeah. And that's been the edge of the piste. I'm sure this is going to end in tears, but so just heading back down now. As I say, just a little first visit. And again, the stick, it's third point of contact, but occasionally you come across something, especially on the way down, you're not sure what your footing is, you can test it first. Quite handy. So that's that. I'm just heading down to the top of one of the first level chairlifts now, and having mentioned cigarettes, I think I'm going to stop and have one. Just more or less at the first sort of level of snowmelt here, and the top of the chairlift that comes out of Les Orres 1800. A lot of the snowmelt obviously depends on the geography of the area. Obviously places north facing will melt slower than places otherwise facing. Places that are next to trees will obviously be protected from direct sun, although the heat has a lot to do with it. Today, even up here, up at I must be about what, about 2,100 or so, it's quite warm. It's about 16 degrees, and it's melting quite well as I'm wading through the yucky stuff. And a lot of it as well, the big killer for snow is rain. So when we get these massive rainstorms in all year round, apart from midwinter, that just eats snow. And times like just now, when the temperature's warm and the rain is warm, it really eats it back. And it's surprising just how quickly the snow will melt, although even up to now, when it rains, up the very top, up at above about 2003, 2004, the rain will actually fall as snow and keep the snow going up the very top, but it melts quick enough. So anyway, time for a fag. These things do make super comfy rest points, and I never tire of the views up here. Beautiful place, beautiful thing to do, go and walk in here just after finishing a day's work. Walking in the mountains on the weekends, whatever. I have a lot more planned and some spectacular ones too. I have a big one planned for September, and I'll say no more about that, wait till it happens. So far I've only just touched on it. I've just done a very small wander up, and I've found quite a lot. It keeps the brain active, looking out for stuff, finding things, and there's so much more. That's just literally not even the tip of the iceberg, as it were. And there we go. So that's my first little wander around up the mountain. And now for that long-awaited cigarette. Well deserved too. P.S. Postscript. A good way of telling that the weather is pretty good is that the contrails aren't very long, which means that the air up the top there isn't very humid. Now, just to settle a controversial point, they are contrails, they're not chemtrails. Contrails, condensation trails. Chemtrails are chemical trails, it has nothing to do with planes. Contrails, it's the same effect as the steam coming off your kettle. Engines in planes produce a heat out the back of them up to 1100 degrees Celsius. Therefore, it condensates.